you simply put in GSFU. And you get the Gujarat Forensic Science University. After removing the notification, the main links are to the right, so you can check out the eligibility criteria and the important dates. The PDF regarding Institute of Behavioral Sciences admission in 2019-20. It shows you the MPhil clinical psychology criteria, which is basically an MA or an MSc degree in psychology with a minimum of 55% marks in aggregate, preferably with a special paper in clinical psychology. For SC, ST and OBC category, you have a minimum of 50% marks in aggregate. You can also see the maximum intake of seats, the tuition fees, and all the important dates put here. Then you finally, to start off the form, you go onto the admission open for 2019 link. Here, selecting the link for Indian students, it leads you to the sign in and registration website. If you've already registered, you can fill in your application number and your password, but if you haven't, then you apply now. Here they ask for your institute and your program. So filling in your institute would be Institute of Behavioral Sciences, and your program would be MPhil in Clinical Psychology. After reading all these details, you can click on I agree and register. After this, it asks you for all your personal details. Here you can fill in all your basic details, that is your first name, your parents' name, your blood group, gender, date of birth, email ID, and parents' occupation according to whatever you desire. So I'll be filling it in. After this, you have to choose applicant's photo and applicant's signature. So here you have to make sure that it's regarding the allowed type, where it's a JPEG, JPG, or a PNG file, and there is an allowed maximum size of 150 KB, which you have to adhere to. Okay, then filling in all these details according to what you require, you can click on save and proceed. After this, you will receive an email on your registered email ID, which contains your application number and password. Using the application number and password sent to your email, you can sign in to finish the rest of your application. After you've reached this page, which is your main home page for the application, you can click on edit application form to finish your application. As you can see, all your personal details will already have been filled as you would fill them in during registration, and then you can save and proceed so that you go to your postal details. In your criteria details, you can fill in according to your information. So depending on what your caste is, for the sake of a tutorial, I'll fill in basic open caste and no disability. You have to fill in your admission criteria according to MPhil Clinical Psychology. This will lead to the list, which is the last qualification list required for eligibility. After this, in your postal details, you can fill in your current address and your country and state and city according to what you require. There's also the option to put in a separate permanent address, or if the permanent address is the same as the current postal address, you can simply tick in this box. For the sake of the tutorial, I'll put in address. Okay, then moving on to your academic details. Here you can fill in your qualifications, you can add your experience, and then you can add any details regarding any backlogs that you have, or any papers that you couldn't complete in the year which it was supposed to be completed. For adding your qualification, first you can put in your last qualification. Note that it has to be entered in the qualification detail and the order which it was achieved. So you'll ordinarily start with your 10th grade marks and then your 12th grade marks and moving on until your most recent qualification. So in the qualification details, there are two things which people ordinarily don't know. So the entrance ID and the entrance rank. For this, you can fill in 0 and 0, and it will accept whatever details that you have put in. Like so, you can add in your experiences and your semester or year qualifications. I'll be skipping over this for the sake of the tutorial. In other additional details, you can fill in all your scholarships, prizes and awards that you have won. If you've participated in NCC or NSS or any sports and games, social work, elocution or writing, or computing skills, or any other details which you would like to include in your application, you can fill them in here. There are a couple of questions. Periodical journals that you prefer to read regularly, how do you keep it up to date with current affairs, reasons for selecting the particular course that you have, and how this choice will help building your career. You can fill these in according to how you wish to. However, since they are optional, I'll be skipping them. Lastly, there is the attachment. You have to attach any kind of document which you require, and naming the attachment regarding whatever you are putting onto the, you can name the attachment according to whatever you are uploading. With this, you have finished your application form. Now to submit your application form, you can click here saying submit application form. After reading through the declaration very clearly, you can agree and tick on the box I agree and press submit. Alright, so after finishing the payment through this portal, you can go to your application summary. This link would be accessible to you after you've made your payment. You have to download your application summary and print it out, after which you can send it to the office. So here you have a guide this guide will be attached in the link below the video, so you can access it from there. In the last page of the guide, you have a list of all the documents that you need to send along with your application to in the physical form, which has to be self-attested and in the exact order that has been given. And with that, your application will be finished. Thank you for watching our tutorial. For more exciting content, you can access our YouTube channel and subscribe and like.